flooded pages where I've posted comments directing YouTube viewers to my YouTube pages immediately after I posted the comments so that my comments would quickly disappear from view and not be acted on, and precluded me from posting on YouTube comments containing information about the rapes and computer intrusions. I know that many of you are technically savvy and insist that I should be able to keep my computer from being hacked into. However, this assumption overlooks four things. First, it overlooks the fact that I am most likely not as technically savvy as most of you are. Second, it overlooks the fact that since the stakes for the conspirators are incredibly high, life imprisonment, penury, etc., they have likely hired expert hackers who easily go through my common security applications. Third, it overlooks the fact that I am indigent and have to pawn my laptop for approximately 10 days per month at the Chicago and State Pawn Shop at 10 West Chicago Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. During the stay in the pawn shop, I fear the conspirators have as much physical access to my laptop as they need. Fourth, it overlooks the fact that I am homeless and have to place my laptop in storage each night at the public storage at the corner of Chicago and Orleans Street in Chicago, Illinois. During storage, I suspect the conspirators also have physical access to my laptop. In 1996, I brought a civil lawsuit in the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, and have become involved in several more over the course of the next 9 years. After individuals at PGM confessed to, rather bragged about, raping me in October 2005, defense attorneys in the cases still standing at that time began a campaign of making fun of the rapes, which I had not spoken to any of them about, at some points when we were out of earshot of the court and the court reporter. The campaign was an effort to cause me to emotionally crack, and I walked away from all of the still pending cases in early 2007. Things that the lawyers and others said made clear that civil defense attorneys at the other end of my lawsuits have known of and at times requested or otherwise facilitated rapes against me since 1997, as well as the sabotage involving my computer and files that I have created on other computers. This I did not want to believe. However, I do understand that had I prevailed in one of the lawsuits and obtained the value that the lawsuits were worth, I could have put myself in a position where I could not easily be drugged, my memory would have returned, and brought the whole expensive house of cards down. And you could not let that happen. None of the conspirators could. Those in charge of each of the places I later discovered I'd been raped in brought lawsuits against me, except for PGM, the EHP program, and the Cook County Jail. Some of you probably think of statutes of limitations laws as you digest this information. One of the main points to consider as to criminal charges here is that conspirators, through their willful administration of drugs to me without my consent, caused the rapes to escape my knowledge for years. The law does not reward wrongdoers for such evasiveness. Substantial case law indicates that a victim will not be penalized because he did not recognize that a crime had been committed against him before the normal statute of limitations expired if, as here, the criminal obfuscates the evidence of his wrongdoing from the victim. Myriad case law provides that the statute of limitations does not begin to run until the victim knows that a crime has been committed against him. I did not know that any actual rapes had been committed against me anywhere in Chicagoland until the winter of 2006. Therefore, none of the criminals, including the individuals who raped me at NU in 1993, at least rather began raping me at NU in 1993, many of these people have transferred from one place to another and committed rapes since they started in 1993, and at other times, as I've indicated, they've actually been at other places where I've been raped at. At any rate, therefore, none of the criminals, including the individuals who began raping me at NU in 1993, has escaped the justice owed to the people. Consequently, I will visit the Chicago Police Department, located at 1718 South State Street, Chicago, Illinois, on Friday, October 12, 2007 at 1:30 p.m. and prepare and file criminal complaints for aggravated criminal sexual assault and criminal conspiracy against the 3 suspects identified in the police brutality series, and as many of the others indicated herein as is possible. I will also request the CPD to devise a system which facilitate. I will also request the CPD to devise a system which will facilitate the filing of complaints against all of the individuals involved. My hope is that the CPD will agree to allow me to prepare the complaints by word processor, adhering to legal requirements for complaints filed in Illinois court, and then allow me to provide these complaints to the CPD in digital form. At that point, I would hope that the CPD could proofread the complaints, and I will swear to and sign the printed versions. I have decided that I cannot fear what errant CPD officers will do to me, even though some have already attempted to take my life. No longer can I allow predatory sadistic rapists to roam the streets without prosecuting them. Others of you will wonder why I mentioned only the rapes that took place at PGM in the earlier versions of the police brutality series. I have 3 reasons. Actually, I have 4 reasons. First, realizing how far this all goes back, I decided that the best thing to do, given the CPD's animosity towards me, was to bring charges which could not be attacked, even erroneously, on statute of limitations grounds. Second, there are a lot of players in this game, and it would have been too confusing to attempt to lay everything out at once. Therefore, I was going to turn the PGM people in first, knowing that they would tell on at least some of the other players, and thereby assist me in sorting everything out. Third, I simply did not realize how many people would be mobilized to keep these rapes under wraps. I naively thought that those who believed me and or knew that the rapes had occurred would rush to help to convict these people. I was wrong. Fourth, while I may not have mentioned other places that I have been raped by name in the police brutality series, I did indicate that I had been raped elsewhere in order to facilitate bringing the charges in reverse chronological order. Such would have been foolhardy anyway, since it would have left those who had possibly been committing rapes for the longest period of time free, while locking up those recently entering the fray. We need them all locked up. Now, our world has changed to the point where we now have young women locked in mobile homes for days, raped and brutalized, with no more nourishment than animal feces. We have children who haven't even shed their deciduous teeth, pimped on the streets and porches of our neighborhoods. We have rapists who commit the worst sorts of sexual offenses and then swagger online to brag about the rapes and the victims the rapes were committed against. We have not, I still choose to believe, become an unfeeling nation. We have, I fear, simply become a nation not hip enough to realize the inhumanities that take place in our midst. We are not up to speed with the liberties that modern medicine and technology allow sociopaths to take with whichever warm body they choose. But that does not mean we've lost, and it doesn't make us losers. Thank you. P.S. I should be the only one. I'm in my storage facility right now, and I should be the only one in here. However, something is causing alarms to go off in the sections surrounding me. I entered when the place first opened, and there should be no one else in here. I'm probably going to have... There one goes again. I'm probably going to have to cut this video into 2 parts. Thank you.